Hello and welcome to Krista So Crafty. Today we're going to be trying out one of these Scorch Marker Pros. Now I've used this once or twice in the past, but I don't think I've ever shown you guys, so I thought I would bring you along. This is a tool that allows you to draw your design, put your design on whatever it is you're going to do on wood, and then you take a heat tool of some sort and you apply the heat and it activates the stuff in the pen and it wood burns it. So it burns it, but you get to draw rather than just use a wood burning tool. Now I have a wood burning tool as well, and I do like doing that, but this is kind of fun as well. So basically it says how it works. You prep your surface, you shake your marker, you apply your design, you use a heat gun. It's recommended. More heat equals a darker burn. You keep the heat source moving, so don't just sit there and hold it over one spot. Watch your design come to life, and it really does. It's so cool to watch it just appear. Apply a finish to seal and protect the product. So this is what we're going to do today. So I had this little wooden plate. Now don't ask me where I've got this because I've had this in my craft room for many, many, many years. And I just thought, you know what? That's kind of a neat thing that maybe this Scorch Marker would work well on, because then I can get into the different areas. And if you look at trees, right, there's different areas that are dark and some are lighter. So I think this will work very well for this application. I don't have a purpose for it. I just thought I'd try it. The other thing is I have these wooden spoons from Dollarama. There's 3 of them in a pack for $1.50. And I thought, you know what, maybe we could play around with those as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll start with the wooden spoons and get some practice in, and then I will move on to this and see how I kind of made the branches go into a heart shape. I thought this might be fun for, you know, if somebody was getting married, you could later on come back and put their initials in that heart. I don't know. I'm just playing around. Let me get things set up and I will bring you back and we can start working on this together. Okay, so I have a video where I was making some, what are they called? Like sun catchers made out of paper, and you color them and you use like canning jar rings. I'll put a link down below for that. I had some extra little templates left, so I thought, you know what? How about we use those and we will wood burn on these. And I think I'm going to do them on the back part. So first things we need to do is we need to take a piece of sandpaper. Now this is just, it says a P80, and I'm just gonna lightly sand. You want it so that it's, if there's any sort of a film or anything on there, I don't know why there would be, but you would just take and just roughly sand. So I'm gonna roughly sand the back of all 3 of these. Now I just have a baby wipe here. I'm just gonna wipe this off so that all of the sawdust basically is off of these. And then I can start, working on my project. You just wanna start off with a nice clean area. And I will clean up the counter. So let's move in with this one. It doesn't matter which one you wanna start with. Now, I'm not going to do the circle around. I'm just going to use the inside. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on here. And I think I might use some tape. I was going to just try to hold it, but I'm just going to use some tape. Just some regular Scotch tape. So I'm just going to cut this so that it's a little bit closer, so that I can see the edge of the paper. There we go. So now I can go like this. I'm just laying it out how I want it. So just make your design, lay down the way you want it. And then I'm just going to tape over. Now it's okay if I get onto the paper where the design is, because I'm actually not going to be using that per se. I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to press. Actually, I think I'll use a pen. I'm going to press down and make an indent, so to speak. Not a real hard one, but just so that when I take this off, I'll be able to see it. So I'm just going to, remember, I'm not doing that outside line. So just like so. And I just want to have a peek. It's just barely showing there. So just gonna go down to here. Now this pen, I don't care if it's actually writing as much as I'm just using it to create that pattern. Now, if you didn't want to do this, you could absolutely freehand it. That's the lovely part of doing these crafts on your own, is you can make them your own and do with them what you want. So I'm just going to go around each one of these and make a mark on my wooden spoon. Oops, stuck to the table. There, and then the circle in the center, and I'm pretty sure I've got everything. Now I'm going to leave my tape on this side. I'm going to lift up on this side. Can you see the, there you go. Okay, so I can see that. I'm just going to bring this down and make this one a little bit darker. Not darker, thicker. More noticeable. Did I do the inside? I think I forgot to do the inside. So let's do the inside of this one. There. That's better. And then I just need to make those lines so that it shows where these are starting. And this line here. And this line here. Even though I won't be doing the whole thing, I do want to see where the placement is of those. There we go. And that is how you get your pattern if you want to trace it onto a design. If you want, you can just actually write or draw on here. So if I were to do this, how about we just do a flower on here? So we're going to have the stem coming up from the arm of the wooden spoon. So just draw your stem. And I'm not going to go all the way down. And I'm not being very careful that it's all straight, because flowers in nature are not straight. And I'm going to come up here. And let's put like a little rosebud over here. Now, I am not the best artist at all. But you know what? We can do something that's going to look like a flower. And that is what's important. Is so that whatever it is you're drawing, people are going to know what it is. So let's bring up another stem here and make some sort of a flower. Again, I am not proclaiming to be an artist by any means. I am just playing and having fun. So then we can make just a little stem coming out here. Just make it however you want it to look. See, I think that'll be fine. We can have another little stick coming out here with little tendrils or whatever you would call. And then once we're in here, we can make some other design choices, right? We can make some little marks on here. Make it how you like it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this stencil, so to speak, onto my other wooden spoon. And then we can start actually, using the scorching tool. Now it's the point where we can shake our Scorch Marker. So basically the chemical, whatever it is that's used for this to be able to be a Scorch Marker, is inside of here. And this, by shaking it, you're mixing it up. And with this Scorch Marker, this has two different ends. So there's like a dauber end, and then on the other end is like a pen. So I'll probably just be using the pen end, but I'm just making sure this is all shaken up. I have a little cutting board I got from the dollar store. I'm going to put down here so that protects my surface, like this. It's not going to make a mess, but that way at least I can protect my surface. I'm able to get the liquid to come down into the pen. So if you look on the end here, this is called the bullet tip, and this is called a foam brush. So there's different applications that you can do with this. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more so that you can see as I start applying this on. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw over the lines that I've drawn. Now this is not a real fine tip at all. So, you know what, it's going to be wonderful. I wish it had a finer tip to it, but that's okay. I have a little piece of something coming off there. So I'm not going to use my fingers to pull it off because I don't want that chemical on my hands. So I'm just using that paper, and there we go. And then, can you see what I'm doing? Yes. So I'm just following those lines, those impression lines that we did. To create our design. Okay, so little fuzzies there. And like I said, you don't want to get this on your hands because it is a chemical. If you do, go and wash immediately. Get it off your hands. All right. I think that's good. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to put the cap on here, is I'm going to get my heat gun, and this is where the magic happens. I'm just plugging it in, and we're going to take the heat gun, and we're just going to apply the heat to this. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And it even smells like, you know, when have you ever used a wood burner? This smells like a wood burner. Like when it starts to go dark like that, I can smell it. It's like it's a wood burning tool. So the more heat it says, the darker the burn. So I'm going to just continue on with this and get this really dark. And then I'm going to start moving on to the other ones. I got these all done. Now, like I said, I'm not the best drawer or the best drawer in the world. However, the process works, absolutely. And you know what? They're just going to go in my kitchen and they're going to stir some soup and whatnot. So, but these ones, I like how they turned out with using the stencils, basically. You know, do what you want to do to make these work. Now, you'd absolutely want to wash these really good before you use them. Make sure that all the chemical is washed off. You've got some utensils for in your drawer. I think they turned out good. This one's a little, what would you call that? A little bit artsy, I guess. I do like how the two stencils turned out. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video using the Scorch Marker. Let me get these laid down here. So this Scorch Marker is, like I said, was found. I'm positive that I bought it on Amazon. I have had it around for a while, And they do have a social media pages as well. You can check them out there, scorchmarker.com. It's a made in the USA product. I think it's fun. You know, it's kind of fun. I will go ahead and do this one off camera, and once I get it done, I will show you what it looks like. The end on this is quite thick, and so I'm a little concerned with my tree and how it might turn out. But you know what? We'll never know unless we try, and I will try, and then I will let you know how it turns out. So I think this Scorch Marker is a positive thing. It's a great thing. If you're not sure about using a wood burning tool, this may be a solution for you. Now, there may be other Scorch Markers out there that have a more finer tip. This was just the one that I bought. And yeah, so it shows you here, it has the two different tips, a bullet tip and a brush tip. So remember, the bullet tip is more of a rounded edge. I don't know if they do have, like I said, a fine tip, but might be worth checking out. So this is what I have done today, and I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been fun, you know, playing around with this and trying to see just exactly how it's worked. Like I said, I used it one other time, and I was just kind of playing around. Thank you again for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you have any questions or concerns, please put them in the comment section down below. Feel free to like my video and subscribe. We do lots of fun stuff here. I also have a page called Krista So Crafty on Facebook. If you want, you can pop over there, and that's where I will be showing the finished product of this wooden plate that I have. So if you want to see how it finishes up, come join me over there. And until next time, thank you for joining me, and happy crafting.